I understand that this may be a little bit morbid for some people to understand, but there's, ironically or interestingly, there's been a lot of support for this because people see how valuable that information is and how needed this training is.
Northern Michigan University is in the midst of planning for a forensic anthropology site that will allow a first-time study of human decomposition in cold weather. The new research facility would be one of 8 total sites in the world that uses human remains, and the first that focuses on cold weather climate decomposition. As it stands currently, there is no baseline data in regards to freezing and thawing of human remains. This alone has agencies like the FBI interested in the research. The site will not only further the study of post-mortem processes, but it will be used for police training, studying crime scenes, cadaver dog training, human remains identification, and military training. It's hard to believe that the planning for this started just a year ago. A team was assembled to look at the logistics of the research, such as identifying a location for the outdoor facility, creating an indoor lab, compiling a curriculum to match the research, as well as finding grants to help fund the project. A 2.5-acre lot near the Marquette Branch Prison has been chosen for the outdoor lab. If all goes according to plan, the state-owned lot would be sold to the university for just $1.
It will be completely fenced in. It will be privacy fencing. There'll be a sort of a pedestrian access and a vehicular access when we actually drop bodies off out there. So it's a very safe, secure facility. It's not going to be, nobody can go there on tour or anything like that. You won't see it from the road. And, it's a very private sort of operation.
With the lot only being roughly 4 miles from campus, it was an ideal location for the university as far as coordinating classes. As for the indoor wet and dry lab, plans are in place to renovate a portion of Lee Hall, though this stage is still a few years away. A temporary lab location has been identified and will likely be available in mid to late summer. The prospects of a major in forensic anthropology at Northern are high as core classes are implemented into the department's curriculum. Students can expect to see the new options in the fall 2017 course offerings. McAvoy said this new program will receive attention on an international level and will usher in more students to raise the declining enrollment.
The other facilities are always also connected to universities. In every place we've gone, they've said that this increased enrollment specific to that program, that students would not have come there otherwise. The other thing I would add is we expect to bring in significant grant money and international scholars coming here to study that would not have been available otherwise.
While Northern would see a plethora of benefits from this site, the Marquette community can also expect a profit.
There's a community benefit too when we do have a lot of researchers coming. Obviously they're going to have to stay in hotels, they're going to have to eat in town. But we anticipate, pretty heavy use once it's up and running, especially from these sort of 2-week sessions that we might have every summer from law enforcement coming for training.
Though a total price tag on the project has not yet been determined, McAvoy and DeMel said they are hopeful that grants will cover a majority of the costs. Reporting from Marquette for ABC 10 and the CW5, I'm Chelsea Birdsall.